I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey guys!
Hi.
Welcome back! Welcome back to another episode.
Missed you.
Oh, okay. Welcome back to another episode of Live After LockUp here at AfterBuzz TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Caught Between Rock and a Hard Place. I am your host, Brianna Chianne, here with Miss KIttie Kaboom, who's going to supply the special segment of Redemption Stories.
Yeah.
And we have Alexis, who's always nosy, so she has the news and gossip.
Yes, I do. Hello.
So thank you again, everybody, for tuning in, especially since we haven't been live, but we're always in the comments and making sure that we are still active with you all. We have a lot to get into with Michael and Sarah and Meghan's mess, Tony and Angela, Lacey and Shane, Cheryl and Josh, Clint and Tracey. So let's start with Michael and Meghan.
Yes, what?
So we start off with Michael still, basically talking to Rock. Can we take a moment? Because
just a beat.
Rock looks so much better.
So much better. I was thinking
Than
the
Michael.
same thing when I was watching it.
And I'm trying to figure out what is going on. Is this the Twilight Zone? Does looks not matter anymore? Am I shallow?
No, I don't think you're shallow. I just think that she fell for the first one first. So I think so fake ass
that
loyalty.
always happens. You get your boo, and then you realize he's not the fine one in the group.
Yes.
His friends, and you're like, oh, I picked the wrong one.
Yes, and you're so mad. But Meghan's not mad. She feels
She's
like
not mad.
She made it very clear, like she thinks that Michael is it. Rock was just there because Michael wasn't. And
But she said all this in front of Michael.
yeah, she said all
good
that in
point.
front of Michael.
Just saying.
It's just interesting to me that Meghan says she doesn't want to focus on the past because it basically puts her in a negative light. But she's constantly talking about Michael's past. So is that fair for her to want that, or is it hypocritical?
I think it's completely fair because they're not the same thing. They're not even a little bit comparable. She did some dirt, dog, no question. But as a result of what he did, like, let's be clear, this man is married. He didn't just happen to slip and fall in some new poo-poo. He's married, with 2 children.
Yeah.
So why in the heck wouldn't she be? I think she has every right. I'm sorry. I think it just makes sense.
What do you think, Lexi?
I think if she wouldn't have done what she did, she wouldn't be like, I don't want to bring up the past. I think she feels guilty, so she's like, I don't want to bring it up anymore. But if she didn't do anything, she probably would still continue to bring it up.
Exactly. And that's what I think it makes it hypocritical.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do dirt,
Then you ain't got nothing to worry about.
right. So I don't know. The whole kissing a friend thing, that's permanent damage.
You think that's all she did for real?
Well, that's what she's admitting to. So all I can say is allegedly she slept with him.
Allegedly.
You think she slept with him?
Yes.
I don't think she slept with him.
I don't think she slept with him either.
I don't. I think
But
she gave
even
him all
if
that
it is,
good.
but even if it is just like a kiss, that's permanent damage.
It is.
There's no reason for that. My homegirls and I don't even have I don't have my friends' boyfriends' phone numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't need
Exactly.
to kick it. I don't even really hug you for real when I see
Yeah.
hi, nice to meet you. There are boundaries.
Yeah, I'm only with him when I'm with her.
Of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, I concur.
So I just think there's a lot of hypocrisy going on with Meghan's storyline right now.
How did she meet him anyway? Wouldn't that
Probably
be a
through
good
him.
question?
Through Michael being locked up, and Michael sent Rock to check in with Meghan, I guess, and take care of her while he was locked up.
Oh, that's what he does? He has
remember when he
class?
was locked up for not getting back to his place on curfew?
Oh, yeah. So that might have been the time. Okay, good point.
Yes.
I think Rock is the worst one in the situation because you don't do that to your friend. He kept calling him his brother, even though he's been doing all this stuff and is trying to get with his girl. But like you just have a different type of loyalty to your friend. Like hoes gonna be hoes. Meghan can just do whatever, but that's someone who you claim is your brother and you kissed them and supposedly have sex with them. So I think he's the worst one in this situation. He should be the one crying. Let's not say in the past because he's terrible.
I think he just wanted a storyline. Let's just call it what it is.
That's
Let's be
it.
I knew they
honest.
were gonna bring Rock in eventually.
Right? How do you smooch somebody in their face and then be like, okay? I don't know where that came from.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Rock, you
He's
went out like a
full
bitch,
on
bro.
edge.
Excuse my French, but like...
But that was some bitch
He
ass
got
shit.
smacked, and I just knew it was going to be a fight, but you let this man smack you on national TV,
Smooched
and you
his
did nothing. You didn't try to trip him up or nothing. Like, you just let it happen. I was so disappointed disappointed.
So mad.
So disappointed.
That's because Lexi's about that life. On the low,
You're
like
not
she's
gonna
the
smack me and
Yeah.
it just be, it's whatever. Especially not on TV.
That's what I'm
That is
saying.
insane. Maybe he felt guilty. He was like, okay, I am wrong. Maybe I deserve that
And I'll
slap.
take it.
But like, not on national TV.
But when the two of them, John and Shane, was trying to get into it, you was like, that somebody need to throw hands because y'all faking. No, I feel you.
But they
got
weren't
that like
friends,
that.
though.
That's
That's
the
the
question.
thing. They weren't friends.
I mean, good point. Yeah.
At the end of the episode, we saw Michael still on his player ship.
girl,
So Meghan says. And basically, like, he's on the phone with this lady.
Yeah. Why is that her name?
Right. And he's just being Michael. Is he wrong? I feel like, and I'm gonna say why.
Okay.
Michael is still single.
Yeah.
There's no ring on his finger. He
Yeah.
hasn't signed the divorce papers, what we found out in the last episode.
Yeah.
But he's single.
I agree.
He didn't
Good
tell
point.
Meghan that I want to get married. He didn't tell her that I want to start a family with you. He didn't even say that I want you to be my girlfriend yet. He made it clear that I want to at least figure out where we stand.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with him
I don't think
communicating
there's
with
anything
women?
wrong with it. And he told Meghan straight up, I'm talking to other girls. So
Facts.
he's being honest about it. And I mean, but it came out anyway that these women are sending him money. So at this point, this is a business.
Facts.
He's trying to pay some bills.
He called Lady something I'm working on. That's a project.
That's
Exactly.
a project. Okay, and you guys all make a valid point. I guess my thing with it, you put this much time, effort, and money to catch a plane all the way to wherever, Texas, right? So that you can touch down and then do what? Continue to play? If that was the case, why wouldn't you have her meet you? Why wouldn't you have her come to you? It just seems a little like forced. Like, I'm going to come to you, I'm going to sit here with your dad and like say what my intentions are, and I love this girl, only to turn around and be like, I'll get
That's
back
a
when I
good
get
point.
back. That's all I'm saying.
Why
I think
put
you
out
guys
the
make a valid
energy?
one too, but why
Yeah.
go through all that?
I think
Very
when
true.
you don't have a job and you don't have much to do, and it's like, I got Shorty in Texas, Shorty in New York, I got Shorty in Miami. I might as well just do a tour.
Yeah,
Right.
and I mean, Megan's sending him money too, so why not make her feel, if anything, like
anymore.
she's the favorite? Because
Exactly.
he even said it on there. He was like, "Yeah, I'm talking to other girls, but you're the one I'm coming to see."
Right
Yeah.
now. Exactly.
So he's making her seem like she's the favorite of the bunch, so
Yeah.
that he can keep getting them coins.
Okay, well,
that's
let's-
what it is.
Yeah.
Let's be clear too. He didn't come clean. Like, she pressed him out, looked in his phone, and it was only after probably the producer was like, "You got to say something."
But he still
That's
could have
true.
lied.
He could have lied.
Yeah,
You're
he
right.
didn't lie.
You're
He
absolutely
He still
right.
could lie.
Okay, good
So
point.
let's go to Sarah's girls' night.
Which was so contrived.
Ladies' night.
I just want to say that I feel like producers could have picked a better guy
Yes!
to pull out of that crowd.
You think they pulled him out?
Yes! That's how it works.
if you don't
Lexi.
stop.
Cut it out. Don't act like you don't know this business.
I thought maybe, she pulling him in the bar.
With his skinny, funny looking self. I'm so mad
so
at the
skinny,
whole cinch.
lanky like string beans,
Okay.
teeth all,
Just
yikes.
all that with the hat on the inside.
And then her friend swore that Mike would be jealous. Oh, he would be I don't think Michael would be
I don't think
jealous
he
of
cares.
me.
not even. And what was the little line calling him ludicrous? She was disrespectful for that.
was
She doesn't look like
disrespectful.
She is so disrespectful. People of yeah. Oh,
They think we
anyway.
all look alike.
Some people
Facts.
are interesting.
I think it's good that Sarah's going out and enjoying her life, but I don't feel like she's in a place where she needs to be worried about dating.
Exactly.
I agree.
At all. Like, just be clear. And if you need a little listen, sis, get what you need and keep it moving. But you're not about to like find the new baby daddy for your 2 kids, obviously.
I don't think she's looking for that. I think she just wants
To have a good
to
time.
help herself get over
Yeah.
Michael. But look, a vibrator does the same job and it doesn't give you the same headaches. So,
True. But sometimes it feels good to have someone, like a physical person, validate your
Yeah.
existence. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Spend a little time with you. Even if we just end up at Wendy's drive-thru, like, just hang out with me a little bit. Well, I ain't no cheap date, so that's not gonna happen. But I'm just saying, like, for whatever you need it for, to get that validation, just to hang out, that's not a bad thing. And then, y'all end up getting what you need physically too. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think she's looking. I did think that was a bit much to slop him down right then
Yeah,
and there,
I'm still
though.
stuck on you thought the producers had him come over. So basically they gave him the money to buy the drinks and then they told him,
Yes.
try to kiss her.
Yes.
That's mean. TV.
Entertainment
That's
business.
TV. You're in television.
And that's what they call reality TV.
Exactly. Girl, I can literally tell you a scene that I did on a reality show where that happened. And they pressed me out to kiss him. And I was like, I don't give a good goddamn how many drinks you give me. I'm not kissing him on camera. That's not happening.
So disappointing.
Well,
Girl,
we're not
gross.
disappointed in our fans for always tuning in. So, Lexi, share the special message we have for them.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in every week and making us the ESPN of TV talk. We love talking Love After Lockup and all our many shows with you, but we can't continue to do it without your help. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you're listening on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating. And no matter what, no matter if it's Life After Lockup or any other AfterBuzz show, please continue to come and watch because we can't do this without you.
I love it.
Ding. Okay. I was trying not to bust out laughing while you were talking because I was thinking about our next couple.
Okay.
So we had Tony and Angela.
Girl,
And
they just drained me.
her sister is like that evil
love
Kermit,
her
the dark side Kermit. Where she's like, it sounds like you're going soft.
You gotta love it though. She is the realness
It's
that we all
amazing.
need in our lives. They clearly live some hard lives. The ladies look hard in the face.
So Tony says that he really feels like he's trying. Well, he says that I'm really trying. And as much as he's screwing up, I just want to know, so what does it look like when you're not trying?
Exactly.
That's a good point because what is he doing? In
What
his
are you
efforts?
doing? Right. Are you going to
Besides
therapy?
begging.
Are you
Besides
doing...
begging.
Yeah, pretty much. She's disgusting. And let's call it what it is. He's begging because he doesn't want to get locked back up. It
Yeah, he
has
needs somewhere
nothing
to
to do with
stay.
Angela
I
at
agree.
all.
Yeah.
That was my exact point. Was he just needs to have a house of parole too?
Facts.
No,
Angela doesn't think she's in denial.
at all.
That
Which
was
is the,
hilarious.
Which is the first red flag of denial. I mean, that's kind of how it works. I'm not in denial. I get everything that's happening to me. Yeah, you get it, but you keep allowing it to happen.
But y'all know we got that one ex
No.
who we really be trying to get over, but it's just hard. We just love him so much.
There is no ex that I will love that much that can sleep with prostitutes and come back.
home to me.
And I'm like, okay,
right.
love conquers all.
Right.
He does what he can. He gives all he can.
Oh my god.
I love the sister, right? She just kept coming back with the one-liners like, are you serious? You got to be the dumbest. Like, he is conning you. How do you not see this?
It's disgusting.
It's so
Blinded
apparent.
by love.
But 2 seconds ago, it was them nasty strippers.
She's handicapped by love.
Today, it's love conquers all. Poor thing. She is in her feelings.
Well, Shane's not in his feelings anymore because he thinks that John's dead.
he was like, is he dead?
Like, hopefully, right? You can right. He was like, is he dead? He was so excited.
Oh, what a terrible.
That's a terrible human being. He's like, just let this man be done. I'm so over it.
Do you guys understand Lacey's disappointment in John?
Of course.
Do you
I
You
do.
don't. I'm surprised that you don't, Lexi.
Me
I thought you would have
too.
said yes.
I just feel like she's just been going through these back and forths with John, and eventually she just has to let it go. That's his life. You're married now. It's not your burden to bear anymore to be the one to babysit him to make sure he's not going down the wrong path. I got an ex in jail too, sis, but I can't be worried about what he's doing when I'm trying to go on with my life. And I don't even have a husband. So if you have a husband, focus on that. You got to let it go, sis.
Yeah.
I get that, exactly what you're saying, and that's logic. But I still feel, you know what I mean? Like, my heart still tells me I get what she's going through because we've all been through it to some extent.
Yeah.
She genuinely cared about this man. They've been together off and on since high school. And it's difficult to watch an ex or anybody that you care about go down that road when you know that they can do better. You know they can aspire to greatness, and instead they decide to just go to the old, the old faithful of drugs or alcohol or whatever substance abuse they're into.
I just feel like that would only be an issue for someone if you still have feelings for that somebody. Like if you're
She
truly
does.
over them, then you're not gonna. I mean, you care, but but it's like not something you're going to worry yourself about. Like, I felt like she was so distraught when she went back, and I feel like it really gave me clarity on why she chose Shane. I don't think she wanted Shane more than she wanted John. I think she just knew deep down inside that John was always going to love the drugs more than he loves her. And I think deep down she really feels like she should be with John, but John's just in a situation where she can't be with him. Yeah. And it makes me feel bad for Shane, because Shane's like, oh, now I don't have to worry about him. But it's like, even if he was out, even if this man was living across the street, if this is your wife, it shouldn't matter where he is. You shouldn't be having to worry about her dealing with him, because she shouldn't have any situation with him any love still for him, because she is married to you.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because that was one of the points that I also wanted to make, because he did say now our marriage can work, and it's not John that was the problem, it was Lacey's behavior. That's right. And you couldn't trust your wife to create boundaries for her ex-boyfriend or ex-fiance, whatever he is, regardless of how abusive or any disrespectful or any of that. So at the end of the day, whether it's John, Larry, Mark, Lacey's behavior is what the issue is in their marriage.
It has nothing to do with another player. Yeah. Because whomever that player is, just as you said, they're going to play their part, but she's most certainly going to be who she is, because she likes that. Like, that's kind of fuel for her. She needs that kind of adrenaline rush in order for her to feel like things are actually working. If things are going super smooth, she wouldn't know how to handle it. And I think she actually loves the fact she wouldn't. What would she do with all that? She loves chaos, and she loves the fact that she's the breadwinner and likes to throw that in his face. Which I'm kind of surprised that she was willing to do all that she did in order to acquire a new house and all that. I still ain't seen the damn baby, so I hope they're around somewhere.
I think they're better off not on the show.
Yes,
right, like I don't want them to be on there, but I just like to see that she checks in with them or something. How did he come home at midnight 30 and ain't nobody home? Where the kids at? Who's watching them?
Daddy.
Of course. Stupid question.
Cheryl and Josh, they're back at with Tina, and Cheryl finally comes on camera. I guess she heard us talking about her, always asking her, where's your kids at? Because she brought one of three on camera to move to another state with the man
with no shoes.
Thank you. Did I not say that? Did I not point that out when we were watching?
Shoes.
I was like, where the hell is that baby shoes? I'm sorry, that's some nasty white folk stuff. I'm sorry.
Don't say that.
You don't say no black people do that.
Don't say that, Kitty.
This is some country stuff.
Okay, fine, country.
Yeah, because I'm from the country. We don't wear shoes. But that baby need to have shoes.
I know.
You don't wear the shoes, Alexis.
Well,
girl, bye.
In the country, we don't wear shoes. We be out there playing in the mud with no shoes on.
Okay, fine. I take it all back.
Because I wasn't wearing shoes. My first steps was running around in Jamaica with no shoes with dogs.
That's different. You're in Jamaica.
Excuse me?
Those
we
are
wear
not
shoes in
paved
Jamaica.
Oh, okay. Now
Okay. Anyway, Cheryl and Josh are in town, and Cheryl's car breaks down. They go to Tina because they need help. Tina makes it very clear, you got 3 days and you out. I just don't get why Cheryl is still so salty about this thing with Tina, because I feel like at this point it should set in with the fact that that's his mom. She's going to be here forever. And you swear you're going to be here forever.
Girl.
So why the animosity still?
I think she's holding on to the fact that that woman looked her dead in her face and said, you're trying to screw my man. That might have put her off a little bit.
Still?
I mean, I would be still bothered by
But you're
that.
with Josh now.
I was with Josh then, and you told me that you thought that I would have the gall to try to sleep with your man. I got my own man.
If you can forgive Josh for breaking up with you 3, 4, 5 times
Exactly.
every time you are together, you can forgive his mama, because like you said, you're going to have to deal with her if y'all are going to be together.
Forever.
Right.
So
And
why
then-
not try to approach it in a positive way?
I agree. And the fact that you're in her house, she's still got a mouth on her.
She does.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? You're just going to talk slick to his mama, and when you're sleeping in her house under her, with your baby?
And I thought it was weird that what set her off was the fact that Tina reminded her of the curfew for Josh. And I'm like, of all things Tina said, that's what
That pissed you off, really?
does anybody feel like Cheryl is on something?
Oh, yeah. I think
I know
she's just
she had
not,
a
I think she's a
problem.
little touched.
So you think maybe she still has the effects of when she was Lexi? I'm being so genuine. Do you think she still has the effects of when she was on it and she's still touched from that?
Like it's reverberating, it's staying in her system.
Know, maybe.
I think she's a little touched.
Because there's something off.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it has anything to do with drugs. I just think her brain is not completely there. I mean, I can say that because my brain is not completely there, but I actually do stuff to make sure I'm good. I don't know what she do because it don't seem like too much.
Lexi, what do you think?
She just need Jesus.
Okay, well, we'll keep praying for her.
Like we all do.
Josh needs Jesus too because he basically is only with her out of obligation.
Basically, that's what he said, pretty much.
Yeah, and the relationship is still unhealthy.
She's the only one who's ever
Exactly.
been loyal
Loyal
to
to
me,
him.
i.e. the only one who will put up with my BS.
Right.
Basically.
Because why would you continue to go down this road? She brings nothing to the table. All she does is whine and cry. I mean, I don't care for her. I don't understand how this man is literally trying to give you everything you want, despite the fact that he really don't want to be with you. And it's a matter of convenience. And you get to come to your castle and the first thing out of your mouth is complaints. I realize it's not this show, but it just reverberates the fact that she's not grateful. She's not happy about anything. My car broke down. Come get me. Calm down. Just say thank you once in a while.
And for someone who's so close to his mom, I know his mom isn't the easiest to deal with, but I don't know if I could be with somebody who's that disrespectful to my mom constantly.
Yeah, that's a facts right there.
Yeah.
There's no question in the
Not saying his mom isn't terrible, because she's really disrespectful to her, but at the end of the day,
that's
his
my mom. Right.
Yeah.
So there's no way.
Speaking of moms, Brittney is trying to get closure with her mom and showing her the side of her life when she ran away at 12. And then we found out that her first boyfriend was a 30-year-old. And that's the father of
She
her.
was 12.
Yeah.
They bleeped out the name. Y'all think it was R. Kelly?
Oh my God.
R. Kelly, it wasn't R. Kelly. Please don't hold me to that.
R. Kelly had a type. Yeah,
I don't think she was it. But yeah, 12-year-olds, I believe.
With a
Anyway,
30-year-old.
let us not go to. That's horrific.
Disgusting.
Like, she literally was not even a teenager. That is really difficult to hear. Brittney is my heart, though. Like, of all the people on the show, I have to say I ride for Brittney.
She has just completely turned her life around. Like, we're just now really digging into her past this season. And the stuff that she came from, like sleeping in a field, basically, and now
Every
she's
night.
on this reality TV star and has a great husband and a family. It's just such a testament to just, how God can completely turn your life around.
I
Absolutely.
agree. Yeah, she
Amen.
made some really good choices, and it looks like she's in the clear. We don't know what the hell, her husband going to do for. Clearly, he's bringing in enough that he's able to take care of his family. They have a home, and it seems like they're, steering clear of any drama and stuff. I just really like the way her brain works. Even when stuff goes down, she doesn't overreact. She doesn't run to drugs and alcohol to self-medicate. She's just like, this is something that needs to be discussed, and period, point blank, we're going to get through it. The same that she did with her mom this time around. I mean, at both of them were giving her cautionary tales, like, you think this is the best time? Maybe you should wait a little. She's like, no, check this out. We're not going to continue to move forward if we don't deal with the past.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I'm not going to have this woman in my house if I have to tiptoe around subject matters. We're going to put it on the table. We're going to have a discussion, and then we're going to move on.
Yeah.
I like
mature.
her mom.
I do too.
I really do. And it's so ironic because her mom had a very colorful past as well, and she cleaned up her act. And it's so crazy because her mom is one of the few normal parents of the people on the show. And it just really shows that if you really, really want something, you can make it happen for yourself.
No question.
Because I was watching the storyline with Brittney play out, and then I just started thinking about Amber from Love After LockUp with Vincent, and how she came from such a great family, and she still decided to make the decisions that she made.
Right.
And after she came out, she still continued to con. And Brittney came from such an opposite type of family,
Right.
very broken, and she has the cleanest future and present
Of everybody.
of everybody now.
Yeah, different choices.
Different choices and just different willpower.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think, honestly, and I talk a lot of mess about Marcelino, and he's not everybody's favorite, but I think Marcelino has been a big help in her kind of
Totally.
clearing things up with her life and keeping her on track.
No question. I do think that there's a bit of a control thing within him, but he's not a control freak per se. You know what I mean? I wouldn't put him in that box. And he does right by his family. Come on now. He took care of that little boy for an entire year. That's not his kid. He didn't have to do any of that. A lot of the things that he does, again, are by choice and the willpower to just be a good present companion to his wife.
Yeah.
So that's super dope. I like it.
Lots of hope there. I like it.
Yes.
Hopelessness comes to mind when I think of Tracey and Clint.
Okay, nice segue, Booski. I see you.
Here we go, rough and tough, Clint. Why can't producers clean him up for the confession?
Because it's not. Are you kidding me? That is not their job, and they want him to look crazy, boo. Come on now, the crazier the better.
Cute,
it's TV.
though.
Ew.
Not like in that way, but it's like, oh, little Clinty.
That's disgusting.
That's so gross. Have you seen that man's fingers?
That's gaggable.
Oh, that
Lexi.
is.
That's gross.
Look at him.
Stop, y'all.
He does not look like he
He needs
smells
some
good.
lotion.
I just want to like stick him in a bubble bath and
I want to stick him in a dog shelter. Is what I want to do.
Oh my goodness.
He looks a mess.
He always does, though. That they're not going to fix him up because that makes for good TV. Look at him. He just looks like meth.
So he rolls up to his parents' house and he's basically asking them for their support while
Once
he waits
again.
on Tracey.
his parents are so fed up. That's what's funny about it.
Oh, God, I snorted my bad. The funniest
KIttie,
thing
shut
ever
up.
is we always watch when we try to watch together. And tonight we watched together. We both bust out laughing. Come on, give us the quote.
It was, which one?
The one where he was just like, I told her, you know,
That's
if
my
she went back to...
goddess.
No, wait. He's like, I told her if she goes back to jail, it's going to be over. But I just... That's my goddess. I said, oh, I cannot with this fool.
But you know what? In all seriousness, I feel bad for his parents.
Yeah, you
because
should.
they
like, we
love
you.
him
They do.
unconditionally.
But we don't love your trick bride.
But they're accepting her because of that.
Do you love the line when this mother was literally adamantly against this woman even coming into her home, let alone giving her any love and support? And now, what was it? It's been like, 4 or 6 weeks? She's like, I was pulling for her. I genuinely cared about her. I'm like, there must have been a lot of things changed from
Or
the
she
first
was
time she met
lying.
her. Yeah, exactly. Or she was like, exactly, or she was lying. Who knows?
Well, we didn't get a lot from their storyline, so I'm just looking forward to what's going to come next episode. So we'll save those for predictions, what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
In the meantime, let's get into some news and gossip.
Let's do it.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, guys, we got some news today. If you have been watching Love After Lockup since season 1 like me, then you remember Ala Sabatina. She was a meth addict. She came out of jail, and she's been back and forth ever since. She got arrested in January of 2018 for parole violation, and she ended up being released on Christmas Eve, and everybody was excited about her being out and turning her life around. But she is right back in jail. She was taken into custody on Wednesday. This is her mugshot, as you can see. She is being in custody with a hold. Her bail amount is $761. She was taken to custody for retail theft. So basically, she was stealing.
Who is this?
Her name is Ala. She was from Love After Lockup season 1.
Oh, okay. We don't know.
Yeah, and she's been a meth addict. She's been in and out of jail, and this time she was arrested for retail theft. What's crazy is you look at that picture, and this woman is only 29. So you can just tell she's been through a lot.
I thought she was 42.
No,
Right.
she's only 29 years old.
Where's the before? Do they have we don't have another one.
No, but she was a very pretty girl. She was a model before she went to jail. But she's just been in and out of jail ever since, and she just continues to go back. So
This one.
pray for Ala. Looks like she's not going to be getting out. Y'all, come
I'm
on
not
now.
laughing. I'm not laughing. Let the record show. I am not cracking up over this woman's clear.
Stealing is so petty.
Yeah.
Like, she stole to get money for meth.
We don't know that.
What else she need money for if she a meth
It's
head?
retail theft. She might have stole a shirt or.
So she's
For what?
locked up. Is there
Some
any?
food.
So is there any bail or bond? Or?
Yeah, her bail amount is set at $761, but she's still in jail.
Okay.
For $761?
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Well, shout out to that bondsman. I don't even know what else to say. KIttie.
I'm sorry, but I don't know that man.
Let's get into the special segment redemption
Let's
story.
do it. Okay, so the special segment this week is on a guy named Alan Bentley Cavendish Press. That's quite a name, right? He's a burglar, but what makes this guy... Oh, and I'm sorry, we switched it up. So last season, we were doing redemption stories. People that had gone to jail or prison and become different people after having come out. While they were there, they practiced what they preached in terms of becoming better, and they did it. But this time, not so much. I think it's hilarious that these criminals do these things and have the expectation that things are going to go okay, when in fact, every move they make is just ridiculous. It's idiots, basically. So this idiot is in London, and he's what happened was a retired couple came back from holiday back in 2004 to discover a burglar fast asleep in their bed. This guy, Alan, appeared to break into the house, but what you really love about it is the fact that the people that owned the home wasn't even mad at him. Why? Because he washed the dishes, he tidied it up a bit, as they said, and even brought groceries, y'all.
Oh, so he was moving in.
Right, he was moving in. This was now his place. Y'all just didn't know. Obviously, y'all didn't get the memo. So they were amazed to find the intruder had done their dishes, washed his underwear, and even brought groceries, as I said. And the funniest part is that he did burn an old saucepan, but, that happens. That was their response to that. So he in there cooking porridge and burned some stuff up, and she's like, oh, that happens.
So
yeah.
I wonder, they're making it seem like he did a nice thing, like he came in and cleaned up. But like you said, it just seems like he was planning to stay there. So he was like, well, let me clean up and get myself some food and clean up the house.
Comfortable.
But they're making it seem like he was doing something
steal
friendly.
anything.
Yeah.
It was being
I mean, good
right?
on the victims for making a positive light into such a negative type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's true. That is a very good point.
Or it could be a situation where he just needed somewhere to sleep at night. It could have been cold and he had nowhere else to go. So he was like, well, if I'm going to stay here, at least let me clean up.
Yeah, because he didn't steal anything. Well, I mean, I guess they didn't give him time to.
I was going to say, he still could have.
I mean, that's a plausible theory. It could have been that he just simply
theory.
just broke in, like Alexis said, just to have
Just to get
somewhere
a roof over his head.
And just a thought to appease them, just like, hey, I brought you guys some groceries and I'm cook for you.
Yeah.
Right. And at the end of the day, you make a very good point, Josh, that this could, in fact, we need to highlight the fact that the people who were the victims decided to make this a positive thing, as opposed to, they weren't super mad. They were grateful that he brought the groceries. And they're like, don't even worry about the pot. You're fine.
Yeah.
So he was ordered to pay $200, and which is a very small slap on the wrist for breaking and entering into somebody's house.
Yeah.
And he's not expected to do like a long time. So hopefully he gets what he needs someplace else that's
so many
legal.
questions. Like maybe he thought it was his own house. Like it's just so many scenarios that are like going through my head.
You guys are really nice.
I mean, it makes sense, right? He's a bumbling idiot. Do you really come down on him? Would be like explaining to your child, this is not what we do, okay? If we're hungry, we go to some restaurants, not to someone's house and decide to just cook it on up.
Okay, real quick, let's try to get some predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
You guys want to start or should I?
I'll start.
Okay.
I think with the whole Michael, Sarah, and Meghan thing, I think Michael's going to continue to play games, but I think Meghan is just going to stay with him through it all because she's just hopelessly in love.
Okay.
I hope not.
And I think Sarah's going to finally stand up to him and force him to sign those papers and maybe put him on some child support. I think with Clint and Tracey, he's just going to continue to hold her down, and his parents are going to continue to just steer along his shenanigans and let him do it. I think with Brittney, she's going to restore that relationship with her mom. I think with Tony and Angela, we know they get married, so we know that she's going to let him back in. Who else? Oh, Lacey and Shane. Shane is a little bit too happy right now that John is gone, so I think it's going to be a rude awakening when he comes back. We know he's not going to try to hit him or nothing, so it's going to be just be him whining to Lacey about, I'm sick of this man around here. Get out of my house. Yeah, exactly. But all in all, a whole bunch of drama, and I'm excited to see how it happens.
That's what's up. So Michael, Sarah, and Meghan. I think that Michael, based on his IG, is living his best life in Miami with whomever this young lady is. He doesn't highlight her, of course, because
lady,
whoever the lady is, he's doing this thing in Miami. So I think that he'll be living his best life there and completely ignoring his family as well as Meghan, because he's over it and he's on to the next. With Angela and Tony, I just think it's a pathetic situation. I don't want Angela to take him back, but I get the impression that yes, he will be back in that trailer before nightfall, which speaks volumes to her and her willpower. Anyway, whatever. Lacey and Shane, Cheryl and Josh. Cheryl and Josh are just gross. They really are. I don't know what's going on with Cheryl. I do think she's a little touchy. I'm not being funny at all. I think that there's something medically wrong with her that doesn't help her story at all. And I hope that they break up, to be honest with you. Lacey and Shane, I think it's really, really sad that Shane's last words to her were, I'm glad you've come to your senses.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes. Not, I'm glad to see you came home. Not, I'm sorry to hear about your friend, but we have a life together. Let's move on. Came to your senses. What does that even mean? First of all, he's a child. He's 21 and he needs a job. So I hope he gets that together. And then lastly, Clint and Tracey. they're drug addicts. So unless they want to hit rock bottom and stop doing drugs that hinder their progress, I think that this show is going to follow them to the ends of the earth so that we can see their demise, which is really sad.
Okay. I just want to watch Brittney and Marcelino's search for Brittney's biological kids. I want to see how that plays out. And I would love to see a pregnancy scare with one of the prostitutes that that Tony slept with. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Life After LockUp here at AfterBuzz TV. I am Brianna Chianne. Follow me on Instagram at IamB_Chianne, CHIANNE.
Oh, my name!
Where can they find you, KIttie?
Yes. My name's KIttie Kaboom, my bad. KIttie Kaboom. Find me on IG, holla at your folks.
And you can follow me on social media at iamlexifierce and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Talking TV with Lex.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
See you next week.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.